Hello, it's Ashley here, and I'm going to make another video talking about all the fun things that I did in the month of June. First of all, I have to know I got new decor. I got a new picture from Home Goods, and it says, "Happiness is homemade." I saw it, I loved it, I couldn't put it down, and then I found this little A, thought it was super cute, and this fake plant was from my dining table. I just decided to throw it up there because sadly, my foliage plant is just on the edge of death. So I moved it outside, seeing if sunshine and some rain is gonna help, but I'm not the best plant keeper, so I don't know, wish me luck on that. Anyway, but the very first thing that happened in the month of June was on the 1st, and my nephew, Jeremy Douglas Redding, was born. Mom and Dad are first-time parents, my sister Sydney and her husband Tristan, and they live in Idaho, and I was so excited. We FaceTimed that day. She did great, baby's awesome. I had a chance to meet him, but that comes later. But yay, I am an aunt. I have a nephew. Natalie has a cousin. It's so exciting. It's so cool, you know, watching things kind of develop and just move forward in life. You know, I remember when both of us were kids, and now we've got kids of our own, and then they got cousins. It's really kind of cool. So, yay. I don't want to get emotional, but yay, I love him and I love them. So, for almost the entire month of June, I was pretty much on vacation mode because we flew out on the 5th, and I think we got home on like the 20th. So it was a big chunk of the month that we were gone. We weren't home, we were having fun every day. It was awesome, it was exhausting, but I tried to keep track of everything, you know, like day by day, and like what was important that I wanted to talk about. So the first thing was on that Saturday that after we came into town was my cousin Susan's bachelorette party. The reason why we came into Utah in the first place was because of her wedding, and I'm a bridesmaid, so I had to come and have some bridesmaid duty to fulfill. And the first thing on the list was the girls' night, fancy, fun party. We all got dressed up, and we had some drinks at the house, played some games. Jen was cool enough and got us a party bus to take to different bars. I think we went to 3 different ones, and we just had a good time. It was fun. We were out for a few hours just, you know, drinking and singing and talking and kind of reminiscing, and it was a lot of fun. I'm glad that I was able to attend. A couple days after that, I got myself a rental car, and I drove Natalie and I to Pocatello, Idaho to see my grandma. We spent a couple days there on the weekend, I think it was, or during the week, and we had ourselves a family barbecue. And Natalie met more family members for the first time, and it was so cool, and I loved it. I love her house, and just having everybody there was so fun. We played cornhole in the back, and we barbecued, and it was great. And I'm glad that I had a chance to go up there. I wish I could have stayed longer, but I had to spread out my time evenly throughout everybody, so it was fun. I love sitting in the backyard with her garden, so I have to go back. Then the next couple of days was like the wedding rehearsal and the wedding day. Not all the bridesmaids, but some of them got together and had their nails done, and that was fun. I got dip nails. I had never done that before. Basically, it's like the powder, the color of the polish. And they put something on, and you literally put your finger, and then the polish is on. It was really cool. It's not these, because these are different. They had grown apart, fallen off, whatever. And then it was the rehearsal dinner, and like just being there and practicing walking down the aisle with your groomsmen and just kind of meeting everybody in the party. It was really cool, and it got really emotional fast for me. I love weddings, so it was like OMG. But then the next day was the big wedding day, and I got ready with Susan and Danielle and her mom Jen, and we got our hair done, and I did my makeup, and then just getting all the stuff up to the canyon where they got married. And I felt like I was VIP because my rental car and I had the most important packages in that trunk, like the dress, the papers, the shoes, the pictures, just anything you name it, like the cake topper and all that stuff was in the rental car that I drove up to the canyon. So I was like, ooh, ooh, I felt really cool. It was fun to be that important piece in the puzzle of like their wedding day. So I had an honor to serve them. And it was a lot of fun that day. It was like an evening wedding, and so we were there like throughout the night. I think we got home at like 1 or so. And you know in the movies when the bride and groom are about to say goodbye and you're like, oh, I'm never gonna see you again, but it's like rubbish because of course you are your family. But that to me was heartbreaking because I was leaving for the Boise the next day to see my sister. So it literally was, I'm not gonna see you again because after that I have to go back home to New York. And I just like bawled. I was so sad to leave. I didn't want to say goodbye after such a fun day with her, but I wish her and Tay, Mr. and Mrs. Scott, the happiest of marriage, and it was such an honor to be your bridesmaid, so thank you. Driving to Boise the next day was a bit rough. It was a bit like, okay, I'm tired of being in the car already, but I was very excited to see everybody again. And it was my dad, it was my sister, my 2 brothers, and we all stayed at my sister's house, and it was so nice to have us all together again, except Corey, because he couldn't have any time off, so he stayed in New York, but it was so cool to have us all together. We played games, and we just played with babies, and it was so cool. It was awesome. And then the next day, we went boating. We went on Lucky Peak Lake, I believe it's called, in Idaho, and we spent the evening there. And it was a lot of fun. Natalie and I went out a couple times on the boat, and she did okay, and then we kind of hit and flew a little bit on the water, and I don't think she liked that part because like we jumped back down and she might have like hit her head on my chest or something pretty hard, but it was fun. She wouldn't touch the bottom of the lake when we were like on the deck or the pier, whatever it is called, right there next to the sand, and she wouldn't like touch. Like she was just like flapping her legs, and I was trying to help her, but she loved splashing and playing in the water just fine. But yeah, it was a fun little like boating family day. It was really cool. I'm glad that we had a chance to do that. Of course, I was nervous at first, but we just did it anyway, and it was fun. It was fun. That pretty much wrapped up my trip outside of the house, you know, flying. We flew back home, and I was exhausted. I had so much fun seeing everybody and doing so many fun things almost every day, and it was just jam-packed. So I was looking forward to just being home and doing nothing. And that first couple of days, it was like unpacking and doing laundry and cleaning the house after the cats had been just cats in the house, you know. And Corey helped out a little bit, but that's just not his, you know, his job, his title. That's mine. I'm a homemaker. I keep the house clean and tidy. So it took me a couple of days to kind of get back in the rhythm of things and like a routine. And we were just lazy a lot of times, like pajamas, and we were coloring and watching movies, and it was so nice just to kind of like Natalie and I just be together, not doing anything, not having expectations for anybody. So that was kind of a highlight, I guess, too, for the month. I finally decided that we needed to break out the kiddie pool again and put some water into it, actually, this time, instead of just air and letting her play in it. So I took it to the backyard, we washed it off, and I filled it with water, and we put some balls in there, and she had a blast, and it was really fun. And almost ever since then, we have been eating lunch out there almost every day, and we're playing in the water and just enjoying the outside. And like, I'm loving that we have that opportunity, you know, to us, like in this house. So I'm trying to take it, you know, as many chances as I can. I can't really speak because I'm kind of like excited and I don't know what to say, but we went outside and we've been playing in the pool a lot lately, and it's been fun. That's what summer is all about. Last thing on the list is we went to Dave & Buster's with the guys from the office, and it was fun. Natalie went and we ate dinner there all together, and then we just played on the games around, and it was a lot of fun. She wasn't too much of a fan of like the noises and the, you know, the lights and kind of how loud it was in the game itself. Like the area was fine, but when we tucked into something and like sat in like a race car drive or something, she was just like, whoa, what is going on? But she did have fun because when Corey took off with her, so I wasn't sure exactly what happened, but they were changing something out in like the machines, and she was given a big bear, like a purple lime green bear, and it was so cool. And they walk up and I'm like, how did you win this? What are you doing? It was so cool. So that was awesome that she was kind of gifted that, and that kind of made the night, so that was exciting. Alright, that was all that I needed and wanted to talk about for June. I don't know how long it is right now, but I don't know if it's short or long. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking by. It's kind of fun doing these updates after the fact, but I have to tell you, it's like I have to kind of get myself in the mood for it because it's so much information in such a short amount of time, and I just want to make it good and like interesting to listen to. So I don't know, it's fun to look back and like remember each month. I was like, oh yeah, we did this, and yeah, it was fun. So I appreciate you watching, and thanks for sticking around. And I'm hoping to get out of the house and do something fun, hopefully this weekend. So I'm hoping to make a video out of that, so stick around, and I shall see you soon. And give it a thumbs up and a like, same thing, and maybe subscribe. And I shall see you in the next video. Bye!